Let's see if that fixed
What
it.
happened to
Nope.
all those people?
Nope. Nope, that didn't fix it. That made it very upset. Let's try taking a look. Let's lower the upload ratio. Okay. Did that work?
Look at
Nope.
these hacks.
Nope, that just made it even madder. No, wait, it stopped. No, it's back. It's just deciding when it wants to do this. But no, I was just saying, like, right off stream, like, it's always, like, ghosts and shit that, like, it's always, like, some, like, little girl who fell down a well or some like, Victorian area person who lives in a haunted house.
Yeah.
It's never, like, the fucking mountains of bodies in Africa or
Yeah.
any other parts of the country where there's, like, horrible shit happening
Mass murder.
all the time, every day.
Like, I fully expect a ghost to come out of, like
Like, I'm supposed to be
Like an
afraid of
evil
Shirley
person.
Temple fucking coming down the stairs. Like, I don't give a shit. Tap dance your ass back to the fucking afterlife. Jesus.
Wow. Tap dance your ass back to the fucking afterlife, you Shirley Temple ass bitch.
Tap dancing ass bitch.
Wow, this is definitely not stable.
Man, and he can recover from that instantly?
Yeah, well, he's a giant skeleton electro monster.
He doesn't even have muscles.
Well, dude, you don't need to have muscles to be strong.
How is he generating electricity?
He's got a battery.
He's got a battery.
Yeah, he's got a Duralast in there somewhere.
Yeah, because that's what a circuit looks like.
Nightwalkers of Hawaii are scary ghosts on an island. Supposedly they're warriors that killed Captain Cook. Wow. See, that's the thing. It's like ghosts are kind of dumb because they're like, I'm gonna haunt this like Scottish castle. It's like, dude, fucking Six Flags exists. I'd be getting on roller coasters and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd fly somewhere.
It's like, why don't you make a profit with your ghostliness, you lazy...
Yeah, they're like,
Lazy
ooh, I was
millennial.
They're all
murdered.
millennial ghosts.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, I was murdered. Oh well. I mean, that's already said and done. 100,000 years ago. Before written language.
They don't know they're dead. They don't know they're dead.
Well, that sucks. I feel like you could say that about a lot of people.
What a hit.
They don't know they're dead.
He's creating energy with his midichlorians.
Ow!
That's fine. Hang on a sec here. Ban, raid. No, I'm kidding.
He's like he's just got a cold, man.
I honestly thought about just like giving timeouts to people
Like timeout.
on Twitch.
Well, what would the timeout area be like?
It wouldn't even be there.
Damn it!
You said damn it.
Go, motherfucker, go!
Why did he facepalm?
Because I used not homeward bone.
He's like, oh, I left the stove on, and then he's to leave.
And then he's going to actually wake up back at the house, Mike. Good call.
Yeah. Then he goes in there, and it's like an OCD thing where he's like, fuck, did I lock the door? He did it like 4 times.
He's an OCD millennial ghost, bloodborne guy.
Yeah. Well, I saw the fucking shit, man.
You called him waste of skin, but really, he should have been milk toast. And by milk toast, I mean avocado toast.
Yeah.
The stretches that I made for that one.
Because of the popular in avocados, there are so many avocado ghosts. Guys, you don't even know.
So many avocado
Like
ghosts.
avocado ghosts are a problem.
Ghosts.
Avocado ghosts.
Avocado ghosts.
They are a problem.
Can I make a creamer and pop a thing? A millennial thing?
Yeah.
What do you
You can try.
What do you think?
Well,
What's your take on creamer inside of a soda can?
Yeah,
It's like
putting creamer in Coca-Cola is absolutely disgusting.
isn't there, like,
But I respect your right to do so.
It's like cream soda, but the cream soda doesn't
Yeah.
have cream.
If you put coffee creamer in soda
Well-
and you're like, it's cream soda, that's when people go, we should probably
dude,
take you to an institution. And
Floats. You got ice cream and soda. Boom.
I wonder if
Checkmate.
You could do, like, yeah,
boom, checkmate.
That was classic.
like a root beer float in a can, but it'd have to be flat because like you'd need to shake it up because all the cream would settle.
Yeah, but just I mean,
What's wrong, Crash?
I don't have
Something like
the
that.
third blood gem.
what I like doing is, well, maybe that's not true. I'm just gonna stop.
But if
talking about it.
look, if I'm scared of the concept of a millennial ghost, they're gonna scare me after they Google how to haunt a home.
And they're probably gonna complain about it while they do it.
Yeah,
They can't haunt homes. They can only haunt apartments.
yeah.
They're gonna get.
yeah.
they,
they
can
can-
only,
Oh
they can
god.
only haunt apartments, and then after which they're gonna leave bad reviews on Google about it.
You'd have to pay ghost rent.
God.
That would suck.
Because the boomer ghosts ruined it for us.
Yes.
The boomer
They
ghosts
own all
ruined
they own all the real estate in the afterlife too, motherfuckers.
You just get over there and some oil baron's like, I did it here too, and you can learn how. Get the fuck out of
It's like,
here.
I started from nothing. You're gonna go and haunt that shack.
I started from nothing. You know, I went out and I shook hands. I smiled. I met a guy. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna work here.
I worked here. I mean, yeah, my parents gave me $3,000 in the 1950s, but that had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it's
Sure.
fine if it's not moving, is what's being said. But like if the screen isn't moving, and I think this computer just needs a new once over.
They open your computer to Netflix and use your data. Millennial ghosts. You're like, why is my data bill so huge this month?
Millennial
Somehow the ghost got on your cell phone plan. That's a good one.
They're too.
Sending ghost texts.
Redefining ghosting for a new era.
Yeah.
I don't want a ghost FaceTime. That uses too much data. Ooh. What was that?
My leaping R2.
Nice.
You should leap R2 more often.
I put avocado in your breakfast cereal.
Ugh.
This thing's a badass.
It is a little bit.
Shit.
Oh! I thought you dodged so hard that you left your soul behind. That's what it looked like. Because you can
Because
see
the
the
ghost-
echo. Yeah.
Oh, that was a one-hit KO? That's some horse shit.
That's unfortunate.
One guy who like he'll move. You kind of like Bamps, but like
Oh.
his other sides.
Honestly, like, I forgot everything about Chronicles of Riddick. Because the movie's...
It's kind of forgettable.
It's like such an intricate world that is so poorly put together that it's like, oh, this is cool for like 5 minutes, and then it's not. Because the movie's horrible.
Is it horrible?
Well, it's like they took.
I disagree.
Well, they took a concept.
The Chronicles of Riddick movies,
The Chronicle of Riddick's movie. So
The movies or the
not
books?
including Pitch Black.
Pitch Black is good. The third one was pretty decent. I went to see that in IMAX. And then Chronicles of Riddick was the first one that I saw, and it was pretty good for what was that? Was that 2000?
I think early 2000s.
Early 2000s. That was what like got me interested in Vin Diesel as a person and actor.
I can't do Chronicles of Riddick, man. I watched it one time. I watched the first one, and then I was like, I don't like any of this. I was like halfway like listening to like 90% of the movie because nothing being said or being done was interesting until there was like an action scene. I'm like, I feel like this is a poor way to do dialogue. This is just not a fun way to digest this world.
No.
You can never do laundry because they get all their ghost clothes in the machine and they've forgotten that they were doing laundry for like ever. Wow, I feel attacked.
So he's weak in the face. You have to hit him in the face.
I feel attacked. Nice. Most people's weak point, the face.
Yeah, I got... Well, you got that from a doctor. Told you that, right? He's like, if you swing a giant chain in front of people's faces and you hit them, it's going to hurt them and probably kill them.
It'll hurt them more.
Yeah. I like how Solomon Doone, Vampire Hunter, is just charging at this thing with a fucking walking stick.
Yeah.
Just no fear. Wow, nicely done.
Prey slaughtered. Hurrah!
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yes, should be back, except it's probably going to crap out on us raging. Yeah, Starship Troopers.
Oh my god, I love Starship Troopers.
As a
Welcome to Glitchborn.
Not because it's good, though.
Yeah. Starship Troopers is a fun movie to watch.
It definitely is a product of
The book is
90s.
The book is far better if you're like looking for something a little deeper, but the movie is fun. I think that like they took the concept and made something really interesting with it.
While I was growing up, I had the board game, which was made in like the 60s, because my dad was a sci-fi nut, you know?
Yeah.
And he loved Starship Troopers, so he bought like a Starship Troopers board game. And it's one of those like super tactical kind of Risk type of games that's very long-winded.
No, what else is long-winded?
Huh.
I was going to make a fart joke, but...
Yeah, I don't hear your farts tonight. What's up with that, dude?
Good. You don't need to. The last one that I let out nearly gassed me to sleep. It was awful. I farted
Wow.
and then took a half-an-hour nap before going to the gym, and I was completely delirious.
An involuntary nap.
Just like pooted one out. I was like, man, that smells awful. I need to lay down for a sec. Cat comes up next to me, and I just passed out for 30 minutes.
Cat
and I was
just
like,
goes limp.
It's funny that you say that. She kind of did, actually.
I'm gonna switch the stream to a smaller. Who is this?
Well,
This is the guy that shoots at you.
here.
So when you beat Dark Beast Parl, you come into Old Yarnum from the back, and then you can climb up the ladder and talk to him.
I've no interest in matters further up. But you must not disturb this place. Beasts do not venture above, and mean no harm to anyone. If you still insist on hunting them, then I will hunt you first. You understand me? Yes, very good. I no longer dream, but I was once a hunter too. There's nothing more horrific than a hunt. In case you fail to realize, the things you hunt, they're not beasts. They're people. One day you will see.
This guy got his paycheck.
Yeah.
This is good.
A farewell gift. I have no use for it anyway.
It's got that low readiness.
Powder Keg Hunter Badge. I think you get that weapon. It's basically like the only fist weapon in the original game. Oh, and the brush off dust.
What is it? Surely I need not repeat myself. Go, I say. You have the whole night to dream. Make the best of it.
All right, thanks. Now he doesn't shoot at you anymore. But if you kill any of the beasts down here in Old Yarnum, he will start shooting at you again. And I don't think you can redeem your friendship with him at that point.
Dude, fuck him.
But he gave me a gesture. It's not as cool as Shake Off Cape, but it does this. Like, yes, fuck you.
Yes.
That's pretty gangster. Yeah.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do, stream. I'm going to switch the resolution, which means that the stream is going to go down for like a second. I don't know how long that might actually be, but about a minute or so. So just stick around. I'm just going to do this real quick. It won't let me do it while it's live, but I'm going to do it real quick. Here we go. Okay. There we go. We're back.
Okay.
That didn't help.
Damn it.
That absolutely did nothing. That did jack fucking shit. I think it probably made the resolution worse. I'm just fuck it, we'll do it live. That's where I'm at right now because I don't know why we've started having dropped frames probably like 3 months after we started living here. Maybe more than that, 4 months. And I don't know what it is. We've just been having our stream just slowly degrade and fall apart when we're streaming from it. So I wonder... No, because it happens when I do editing streams. When I'm streaming my editing, it also drops frames. So I'm wondering if it probably is the internet.
That is cheeks, as they say.
It's got to be the internet.
That is cheeks. What kind of cheeks?
Butt cheeks.
I can at least read the text. Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying.
Dude, it happened to be at work. One of my colleagues was on with a patient. I had no idea because leadership just gets on to help. We're not normally on with patients. And we had like 2 calls in queue. I didn't think she would be on the phone. And I was like walking up actively complaining about something and she goes, "Yeah." And I think she's confirming to me even though I didn't know she was on the phone with a patient. And I just point up and then I look her direction and I go, "That's booty cheeks." And she goes, "And is there anything else I can help you with?" And I was like, "Oh shit, you're on the phone with a patient." And I'm just like, "Booty cheeks" in the background.
You just had to get it out.
Wow.
You just couldn't let her do her fucking job.
That patient's like, well, is my cancer treatable? That's booty cheeks.
Damn, that's booty cheek.
Cancer? That's booty cheeks. Man, that cancer's cheeks. Just like this guy's aim. Pure cheeks.
Fuck. He was like in the perfect position.
See that guy? Is this the Cleveland Clinic? You have to dodge bullets because you're in Cleveland.
Damn, dude.
No, that's the thing. This would be more like, the Euclid Hospital.
No, even Euclid Hospital's not bad at this point.
See, that guy's like, "Oh, they're people. Don't hurt them." They're trying to kill you, though.
They're trying to stab you with fire, which sucks.
Well, we're not in Old Yarnum anymore, so what Mama don't know won't hurt her.
I like how these guys are like yelling at you.
Choking on their own blood as they die.
Yeah. All right.
It's really cool.
Wow. All right. Fucking.
What else is that sound effect supposed to be? He's like dying and he's going like he's choking on blood. That's what that sound is.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
Come here, Grandpa.
Die, Grandpa.
Ah, yes. He's got Bouticus chicus brilliantism.
He's like, "Hey, you
Has
can't
anybody
catch
ever
me."
called you on the phone, Crash, and they're just like taking a dump? Like, while you're...
All right, this is a real problem in call centers, but people will call in masturbating.
Really?
Yes, trying to get a woman
I'm
on
not
the phone
surprised
to
now,
harass
but
them.
really, they call in masturbating?
Woo! Woo!
So, now that you mention it, what's the percentage like of total calls to masturbation calls?
I mean, I only hear about it once every 2 months, and it pretty much probably only happens on second shift. So it's pretty rare.
Huh.
But it does happen.
So
That's
they
crazy.
so they call and you just hear them like, or whatever.
No, you hear them moaning, and then they blatantly try to sex talk the woman on the other end of the line, trying to schedule them an appointment.
So this is like a thing. They call in and they're like, This is my turn on, is talking to people who deal with medical records.
Talking to people who are
and
fucking
appointments.
fed up and on the phone all day.
Would you like to make an appointment at the hospital? Like, oh yeah, make my fucking appointment.
Make my appointment, you bitch. Oh, God.
Listen, I want to criticize you for what you're saying, but I've heard things that are synonymous with the jokes you're making.
Oh my
It's like somebody's on the other end of the line, like, okay, do you need to schedule an appointment? And he's just like, yeah, just give me a sec. Can you say that for me again? And like, that's how it goes.
Wow.
And so like the smart ones who've been there for a year are like, okay, sir, just give me one moment. I'll put you on hold. And then they just grab me. I get on the phone and I'm like, hi, is there an issue, sir? And he goes, oh, no, thank you. And then just hangs up.
What's your calendar wearing?
What's your calendar wearing?
Oh man, medical confidentiality is my fetish.
Oh, girl, let me violate your HIPAA.
Someone's about to become an oath breaker tonight.
Thankfully, I don't deal with that in tutoring.
No. Kevin, you're a pharmacist, is what you are.
A pharmacist?
Yeah.
What's a pharmacist?
It's like it's like, you know, people go to the pharmacy for medication, but they go to you when they want fucking a fucking punch in the face or a swift kick to the ass. A pharmacist.
They're like, oh, I just have this headache. I'm like, hold still.
Can you,
With your ring on.
Oh, fuck.
Mike,
Oh.
can you give me a random career?
Oh, I did give you a random
fuck that
career.
Ooh-wee.
Fucking you. Nice intestines.
Dude, you tore his dinner out.
There's an urban legend up here of a guy who drives the freeway and spanks it nonstop. I mean, as gross as that is, that's pretty fucking impressive.
What? He just drives the freeway and it's just.
I mean, talk about
spanking his dick.
I mean,
Like,
think about it. Like, it's hard enough to like text and drive a fucking beat. I mean, this guy has got to be like.
But can we put this into context? Like some rusty voice comes on. It's like, some people talk about loving the old road, not like I do. I love the old road.
I fucking love the old road. I want to fuck the old road.
Oh, girl, give me your streets. Freak in the streets, and well, he's still a freak in the streets. What am I looking for? I know there's something up here.
What are you looking for?
Thick, cold blood.
Ew.
Thick.
It's like
Dummy thick.
it's like too. It's bad though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or do they mean like refrigerated?
It's refrigerated.
They refrigerated.
Yeah.
So it's perfectly good for transfusions then.
Yeah. Oh, this guy's like, I've got a lighter and a fucking can of hairspray.
Come here, Sonny. Damn, he was talking shit too.
One of my favorite things is one of the messages that you can leave is just like, beware of elderly. Like, I could just write it right here.
It's pretty impressive that they get up here with their fucking wheelchairs, though, if you think about it.
Yeah, they climbed that ladder to get up here.
Yeah.
We're just gonna leave that on the floor and see if there's anybody who's playing the game right now that will rate that message while we're streaming.
Probably not.
You never know.
I don't never know, but I'm going to make an assumption.
I don't never know.
See?
So you always know?
No, yes. What? No, yeah.
Double negative. There's a legend happening down there. Can somebody read it?
Well, the story is he's seen during rush hour and one hand on the wheel and the other busy, one scary, intense expression on his face, rolling 65 to 70 miles an hour.
So he's not just spanking it while driving. He is hate fucking his own cock behind the wheel of the car.
Yeah.
It's just, that's a new kind of road rage. Just, oh God.
He's looking over at everyone. He's like, please, somebody stop me. This is a curse and I can't.
Yeah.
It's like he's cursed.
The curse of the horny driver.
Yeah. See, that's like a... See, this is why... Like, I think we should bring
Harry
back...
Potter never thought of that.
No, I think we should bring back Are You Afraid of the Dark? Because that should be a fucking story around the campfire.
Definitely wouldn't show on Nickelodeon, though.
I submit for the approval of the Midnight Society, The Curse of the Horny Driver.
All right, guys, are you ready for the most challenging thing in the whole game?
Oh.
Getting the fuck down there. I can't even remember which angle I'm supposed to approach from.
Well, you just fall, right?
No, you have to like walk off of a certain place.
Yeah, because there's 2 pathways down, and one of them leads to like a nice
This-
little mind fuck.
This is some great game design,
Are you
guys.
trying to get to that edge over there? Underneath the bridge, you see?
Well, there's that, but that's no.
Well,
there's
I'm talking about that, like along the far wall.
yes. I think if I
Yeah.
rolled it, well, can't you just
No.
fall?
Rolling.
No, not that way. The other way. Right? You like walk a little bit right where that piece of wood is sticking out.
I need that message. You see where that message
Yeah.
is? That's where I need to be.
That message.
That's dangerous. One-handed distracted driving. Isn't there something that runs on a 12-volt automate the process? Yeah, there probably is.
Looking at you, Japan.
Yeah,
Nice.
That was clutch.
yeah. I would not be surprised if there was. Isn't there like a machine that does that? Like it just sort of like sucks it. And
Elon Musk's next
Yeah,
invention.
you can connect it to your network,
yeah, I heard about that.
and then you can like crank somebody off over Wi-Fi.
Which I think is kind of fucked up because, like, what if you just connected somebody who's like a troll and they're like fucking like doing like whatever, grabbing it and like pulling hard.
Well, obviously you want to do it with someone you trust.
You want to have some sort of network dick security. Like you have
McAfee.
to. Yeah. Oh God.
Macaque.
Somehow it's the only.
McAfee.
McCocky.
But it's the only. It's the only device that somehow still gave you STDs.
Somebody's like, I am not Googling this.
I'm not googling that.
I don't know if you noticed, but this area that we just landed to is a replica of the house in the dream.
Why?
I did
Well,
notice.
It's not the replica. It is.
It is the house in the dream is a replica of where we are now.
Yes.
So the dream, I don't
Sounds
fully.
like you have a PhD in Bloodborne. Is that true?
I read a manga. It's pretty good.
He read a manga.
Crash, did you read that manga?
I did not actually. I think
His
I should.
manga.
I lent it to you.
I love it when you say manga, Michael.
Yeah.
It's so
And GIF.
and GIF.
Do you know what I'm talking about when I say those words? Immediately
No.
in your
No.
box?
No,
You
the thing is,
immediately know.
no, the thing is, it's like, do you just want to disappoint people? Is that like the idea? It's like when you say stuff like that, you're like, no, I'm gonna say it the most Midwest way I could
I'm gonna
possibly
go-
think of
I'm
it.
gonna go to Berlin and get a Zweihander. And then-
Definitely, if you said that in Berlin, they'd be like, "This guy's a fucking idiot."
I think there is
No,
it connects
they
to
thought I
VR
was from
goggles. Oh
America
God.
And thought I was like from the middle of the Midwest.
You know what's funny is like where we're at, we're very close. We're like about 9 hours away from the East Coast, but we're not East Coast. We're just on the edge of
Well,
Midwest and East
I
Coast.
like to think of us as like the Great Lakes.
Yeah, the Great Lakes, which it's funny because most of our accent is very similar.
Oh,
Forgot that
So
he
our
just
net
doesn't
herpes
stop.
curable? Kinda.
except Indiana,
Can't you just come up with a new name for it at that point? Just call it Nerpies.
like
Nerpies.
Illinois, Michigan,
Nice.
fuck, Minnesota.
We're just all considered Midwest, despite the fact that we're kind of Mid-East in terms of the size of the country.
But you can't call it the Middle East.
No, because that's a very different region of the world.
That's pretty interesting. Actually.
They have more oil.
I thought it was named the Midwest for when it was made,
Back in those days, yeah,
Bang.
it was.
when it was found. Well, when it was made, when it was created
Yeah, when we
by the Earth.
when
it
we
wasn't real until America lived on it.
when all the settlers came and were like, this is mine now, and everyone else here is just gonna die of a horrible disease that we carried over with us, and they're like, all right, that's cool, man. Want some corn? Shit, yeah, love some fucking corn. See, I'm telling you some history right now.
Yeah.
That's how it all happened. I was there.
So is
A
Solomon.
time machine. Solomon Doone,
Solomon was there.
vampire hunter.
Nice butt. I'm gonna fuck it.
Do I need
Wow.
antivirus for herpes? Yeah. Yeah, I think you do.
For nerpies. Net herpes.
Oh,
That's what he's saying.
dude, it's like McAfee, AVG,
Yeah,
like
just run your antivirus.
yeah, Bitdefender,
I mean, even Windows Defender, it's not good, but sometimes
NordVPN.
1 out of 10 it'll NordVPN.
You've heard of Herpessin L, and now get ready for Herpessin V, the virtual herpes vaccine. Oh god, these little fucking alien dudes.
To apply, just download the APK from our website.
I remember reading there isn't a consensus on what the Midwest is. Like, there's not a single state that's 100% of people will say it's the Midwest. Assorted penetration detection software.
Alright.
I like that it's assorted. Like you have like a bin of
But
them.
like, Ohio is in such a unique place because it's at the boundary of so many other things.
Well, it's good to have assorted protections because some programs are really good at like one thing, but they'll offer like a ton of other things on top of it out of convenience, but they're not really great. So you'll end up like getting like an antivirus that's like, oh, we also have a firewall too, but their firewall sucks. And you gotta like really diversify your protection on your computer if you're gonna be one of those people. If you're just somebody who doesn't really give a shit, then you know Windows Windows Protector Defender is fine. It's just fine. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it works. It keeps you safe enough as long as you're not like going and downloading a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, the code's freaking out. Oh god, where are we going?
Well, as far as they can tell, the stream is freaking out, so.
Oh.
It's still just shitty.
Okay, now we're at the Cathedral Ward. I've already opened that up. So now we are ready to go to Hemwick Charnel Lane.
Meow.
Right? Meow. This fucking dude with a scythe. Fuck your scythe, dude. Oh god, you think you're so fucking legit? You're not legit.
No deep web here, just torrents and pouring like a good old American.
I mean... You like how that just snuck up on me, Michael? That... Oh!
Do you know what?
This is a DMX, ex-DMX crew, right? Like they used to run with DMX, but
Dude,
now they're...
that's Nathan Explosion. What are you talking about?
Hey,
that guy?
Look like you can shoot him.
No, you can't. Yeah, but like it doesn't do anything.
hey Kevin,
It did 16.
I want to ask you guys this. What do you guys think red, white, and blue pancakes taste like?
The only answer to that kind of question is freedom, Michael.
America. I remember that commercial.
It's so fucking funny.
We were cracking up about it when it came out.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's a commercial?
Yeah, it's a Denny's thing for red, white, and blue pancakes.
There's like
Oh.
this rugged ass old white dude drinking coffee at the bar of Denny's, and some like crackerjack young guy comes up. He's like, "Wow, you got red, white, and blue pancakes. What does that taste like?" And the guy just like he's holding his coffee and slowly turns towards him and just goes, "America." Like he should have fucking already known that. Like, how dare you ask me?
French? Well, the French flag or Dutch?
Yeah, French.
France?
I think it tastes like the colonizers, the Britain. It tastes like the Britain.
It tastes like
Who
red.
are the Britons?
Tastes like red dye number
I'm
9.
Arthur, king of the Britons. Did we?
Well, I didn't vote for you. I'm your king. You don't vote for your king.
God damn it! It's been so long.
What did he
since I've seen
say?
that
He
movie.
said something like, "A watery tart distributing swords is no basis of government," or something. And he's just like going on about communism, I think.
No,
And he's like, quiet, you peasant. He's like, help, I'm being oppressed. Help. I haven't seen that movie in a while.
A watery tart is
No, wait.
my government. Oh, Monty Python. It's good shit.
Wow.
So is that asshole still down here? He is.
He's waiting for you. He's
is.
looking the wrong way, too. Do you think you can snack up on him?
I'm gonna try to snack up on him.
Clan Snack Cobra. Am I being detained?
You've got a rifle spear. Fuck you, dick.
Is this an open carry planet? I edited the Q&A with George Ledoux and Tex and I because YouTube was shitty about the uploaded video, so I had to cut some parts out, cut it down a little bit. I didn't really cut much out of it. Just the part YouTube was mad about. But I also had to fix the audio because recording on Discord is ass.
What were the parts that YouTube was mad about?
I can't say.
Twitch would be mad about too?
I don't want to try it.
Alright.
I could tell you off stream.
Ah.
But we know what parts it was, and it was like, all right, fair enough.
If you get a video flag, do they actually like flag where in the video it's inappropriate, or do they? Just
I think
go,
that's. I don't know. He told me what the issue was. I don't.
They just go like, "You're flagged, asshole."
I don't know.
Because I know a lot of content creators recently have been
Dealing with a lot of nonsense.
under the hammer, and all of a sudden they're just demonetized, and they're like, "Why am I demonetized?"
Well, the monetization doesn't really bother Tex that much. Wow. He just got punched down into the dirt.
He bagged me down to 1 HP, to 0 HP.
He knocked your dick in the dirt.
But yeah, I cleaned up the Q&A, so it's much more digestible in terms of like just removing dead air and
That's what this game
Making it
needs,
look
a holy
more-
hand grenade.
make it look more structured. I didn't like add anything too crazy, but Clan Snack Cobra is probably my favorite part of that Q&A. It's so good. George Ledoux is fucking hilarious.
More like he's George Madude.
George Madood? He would fucking love that. Tex has commercials on his vids? No, he doesn't normally monetize his videos. But,
Okay.
but when YouTube flags it, they monetize it automatically. So if it's like you have like a fucking song on there that's somehow belongs to somebody, or somebody claims something on the video, they'll
So you could just get double whammied in 2 seconds. They could be like, hey, Sony owns this music. Hey, you said fuck 2 seconds into the video. Demonetized after we forced you into monetization.
yeah, they monetize it anyway. But I was gonna say, no, we did a whole bunch of commercials for that BPL mayoral debates, and actually that whole video, YouTube hates it. I mean, fucking hates it. It is like it's been fucking suppressed. It's got ads all over it. It sent him like lots of flags. Like fucking, we have tried to figure out what the problem was with it, but we just couldn't. It was just like YouTube hates it.
The real thing, you were trying to figure out what was wrong with that, why YouTube hates it.
Yeah, and we're like, is it because we put like a fake gun commercial in there, or like what was the deal? Because like it's a Gluger that doesn't exist. We made it up. You literally photoshopped
A Gluger?
a Luger on top of a Glock,
A glue.
and it's shitty. But it like,
Like that debate is basically a 4chan thread.
is that debate basically a 4chan thread? I feel like it's a lot more understandable.
There are a lot of 4chan threads that are understandable, but also understandable and valid.
Give me my blood back.
I'm not saying it isn't good. I thoroughly
The
enjoyed it.
colonoscopy bag. Yeah, I was telling him there was a story I did in the Q&A, and I think I've told you guys off stream, but I don't think I've told everyone on this stream. I used to work for a retail store, and this is when I was younger. I was probably like 18, 19, and this old guy came in and he had a colonoscopy bag, and it just started dripping onto the floor. So there's like little turds, like a trail of fucking turd crumbs throughout the store.
That sucks.
Yeah. And it started to smell like shit. Like I was working in an aisle and I didn't notice it. Right? I was like I was minding my business, stocking shelves, trying to like, just like go, I only have 4 hours left. I can just fucking go home. Like I was doing that whole thing. And there's just waft of smell of shit just comes down the aisle. And I'm like, what the fuck? Did someone shit themselves? And this one lady was like walking around in like high heels, and she was like one of those I want to speak to the manager types, because I know it's a meme on the internet, but those people are real, and there are a lot of them, especially when I was working. And she was just like really shitty about everything, and then she was like, it smells like fucking shit in here. And she was like walking around just saying this, and I'm like, lady, you need to calm down. I didn't say that. I said like, is there a problem, ma'am? And she's like, yeah, it smells like total shit in here, and I think someone shit on the floor. And as she's saying that, she walks around the corner through another aisle and steps on one of the turds in her high heels and does like a Scooby-Doo fucking slip fall, like, oh no, and like slides onto the floor and leaves a trail of shit behind her.
That is amazing.
And,
wow.
And she was so mad, and she was like, I'm gonna get your manager, and I was like, I don't care at this point. This is the funniest thing that's ever happened in my life. That's literally what I said to her. Because I was like, this is like, how am I gonna top this?
Yeah.
And she's just like so mad. She starts fucking ripping paper towels off the shelf, like opening bags of them, and just starts wiping her back off and her fucking shoes and leaving it onto the shelf. And I'm like, this lady's a fucking monster. Like at this point, I would have just left. I would have went somewhere else.
Where was this? Big Lots?
Yeah.
And like with that attitude, going to Big Lots,
Yeah.
I feel like.
Well, the worst part is
What's
like
that?
you usually like working at Big Lots. One of the things I realized was like the really shitty people are the people who walk in with a shopping cart and they walk like they have nothing else to do. They're the ones that are going to cause the problems because they're looking for shit that they can make a fucking stink about, and that happens every day.
That's really great verbiage given the context of the story you just told.
That was a good hook at the
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, she ended up walking out with the stink, so that's not my fucking problem. But no, they usually they fucking mope around and they look at shit, and they're like, what they're doing is they're looking for a way to just make a deal on something dumb, like I want to buy a scented candle, and so they'll put the scented candle on another shelf where it's like cheaper candles, and then be like, oh, this one says it's like $1 though, and it's like a $10 candle, which is highway robbery. I agree with them on that. But like, it's $1, and we're like, no, it's not. It's gonna scan $10 of the thing. She's like, well, it's on the shelf that says it's like not getting deals when they want them, and they'll come up with any excuse to get one. The worst offenders are people
that's gonna suck.
that literally take stickers off of other stuff and put it on there. And they know, like, when they get up to the register, it's going to scan as something different. And they're going to be like, well, on the sticker, that's why I picked it up. It says it was like $5, so you got to give it to me for $5, or I want to speak to the manager. Like, they know what they're doing.
I try so hard to not be like that.
You know,
Yeah.
one thing I can't bring myself to do is there's like the code for
Yes.
bananas. Like
What?
So it's like you have produce.
Oh,
And
yes.
you have like self-checkout produce, and you can just put it. It's like 1414 is the code for bananas,
Yeah.
and you just bring up everything as bananas.
If you do that,
You piece of shit.
yeah. Well, no.
I've never done it.
No. If you ring up bananas and you get caught doing that, you fucking deserve it.
That shit is bananas.
And also, if you're stealing food, I mean, God, there's so many places that that could help. Don't go to Giant Eagle and steal their fucking overpriced produce. Go somewhere and, like, people will give you money or give you food if you ask.
Or just go somewhere where it's affordable, like Mark's.
Or Aldi.
Or Aldi.
Aldi's got quite a good selection.
Just don't shop at Giant Eagle.
Actually, no, I don't say that because I fucking like their sushi.
Do you? I've never bought their sushi.
When it's on sale.
Yeah, on Sunday, it's Sushi Sundays. You get a whole box of sushi for like $5.
Tuesday?
Nice.
Too?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Sunday's Wednesday.
I look at a local TV station, and the only people who call and complain are people who watch 3 free channels with. We still put. Oh, Shiggles, I feel for you. TV stations get the fucking worst of it, and they downsize you guys a lot too.
One of these graves has like a bunch of powder kegs around it. So the trap is they're shooting at you and you step in front of a keg and just explode.
Do you ever just like get so immersed in this game that you don't move and you just realize, man, this world sucks?
It takes a moment, but like.
Are you talking about the game or real life?
No, I'm talking about the game.
Okay.
Like you're so
Because
immersed.
I've done that in real life.
Well, I mean, I do it in real life nearly every night.
You just stop and just look outside
Yeah,
like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah. I just think life is pain and nothing is ever going to feel good again. No, but like,
Wow, I just want you to know I love you, man.
Dude, that's just the millennial fucking battle cry. Anyway.
no, but like these dudes are shooting at you and you're crouching behind tombstones. Do you ever just hide behind one and you're like, I'll just die here? Like, I don't want to fight these guys anymore. You know?
Like, how bad must it smell? We've had this conversation about Dark Souls, but how bad does it smell here?
Well, there's blood everywhere. And blood gets pretty stanky after a while.
But culturally, everybody's been conditioned to enjoy the smell of it.
Yeah, what if it smells like cherries, though?
Dude, fucking, it smells like Baja Blast. You're like, this is the
Fuck
best.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm going to Bloodborne World! Their blood is made from Taco Bell drinks!
Every day, man. Oh, don't say that, Lone Wolf. Don't do that, man. You're already in Alaska. It's just like, that's just like adding. You're like, do you want extra ranch? Yes. As you stare into the fucking void.
What's the ranch like in Alaska?
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, anytime you ask for ranch and they're like, you want extra ranch? Yeah.
Well, when you're Alaska...
I don't want ranch, period.
What's the word that you say in Alaska? Like, how do you communicate that you need to reach past your dinner plate neighbor to grab the ranch? Because we have a word here, and it's op.
Yeah.
That's how you let somebody know you're going to reach past them and grab the ranch.
That's a bit of a stretch. That was the...
I imagine
Dude,
the worst smelling thing in...
You're talking about a completely different sport.
All right, listen. I didn't stretch before going to the gym, so I got to do it now.
Yeah.
You eat sushi in Ohio, where are they getting the sushi or getting the fish? Actually, I normally only get kind of the salmon ones, but most of the ones I get are actually just veggie.
I get Lake Erie perch, so that way I get superpowers from eating the radioactive fish.
We do get fish here.
Wow. Wow.
It's not. Yeah. Our fish is not. Don't worry, our fish does not come from Lake Erie.
Wait, what are you talking about? Have you ever actually had fried Lake Erie perch? That shit's delicious.
Okay, I take that back. Apparently, we do get fish from Lake
And
Erie, and those
cod.
people are absolutely insane for eating it.
Cod is a pretty
Or
common one.
it's not that polluted.
All right, I don't know if you guys know much about fish, but it doesn't take very much for them to become polluted. Very little, actually. They're pretty fucked up after that.
What would your fish power be?
My fish power?
The power you would get from eating fish. Hey,
Now you have mercury in your blood?
do we need to, Mike? I'm asking you in particular because we picked up
Non-organic.
Solomon Doone. Do we want a secondary weapon for him other than the cane, or do we want to just 100% the game with the cane?
100% with the cane, dude.
Okay.
Fuck all these other weapons.
It's just a question.
Weapons.
Me and my trusty cane.
Yeah.
And my trusty cane.
Why is he Sean Connery? Is he a young Sean
He's
Connery?
a young Sean Connery.
Fucking hide your wife.
Famous titties.
Well, people like to crap all over Cleveland's water, but honestly, like, every fucking place that has water is as shitty as Lake Erie is.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I don't know. I get pretty good water and it
Oh,
tastes
except
good.
for Flint, which is it's pretty much Bloodborne in Flint right now.
Hot shit, what a joke.
They don't have water, so they're just drinking each other's
They're-
blood.
They're just drinking rusted iron, which might as well taste like fucking blood.
Poor Flint. Rip in peace, Flint. No, they're still around.
I
can't make the joke
I think
that came to mind.
I think if I had a
It's a
power,
little too morbid.
it would be like I would turn Kool-Aid back to like just water. Like that would be my power, like useless power.
It was like, this is too
And it's-
sweet, and you're like, I got you.
Oh, it's just, and I can only do cherry. Like I can't do any other flavor.
You're just like sitting at the lunch table with a bunch of kids, like, well, my Kool-Aid's too sweet. And you're like, oh, what is that? Cherry? Oh, yeah, I got you. Oh, do mine. Oh, I can't, dude. Yours is orange. I can already tell from here. I don't got you covered, man.
Is this where the game starts getting really, like, Lovecraftian?
Once I hit 40 wisdom there in the top right, insight. Once I hit 40 insight or hit a particular point in the game, that's when it starts getting, like, fucking spoopy.
Spoopy. Like the game isn't spoopy yet.
I think another great power would be being able to. What?
Mercury adds a certain flavor, plus you gather the power to tell temperature. That's a good one.
Your like eyes are all bloodshot, and like all of a sudden your friend's like, "Oh, hey, are you okay? Wait, hold on, don't move. Open your eyes wide. I need to see how hot it is outside."
You know,
So you can actually tell ambient
you know,
temperature.
in the original Green Lantern comics, he couldn't affect anything yellow. Well, that sucks.
The original Batman comic, like the first one, he went around and shot people with a handgun.
Holy shit!
They didn't really mass produce that one, though.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about.
What's his name? It's on the edge of my mind. I can't think of it. He's the same. One of them was the same guy who wrote V for Vendetta. The guys who created Batman. No, not Frank Miller. Frank Miller's like contemporary. Or more contemporary than. This is how into comic books I am.
I know very little about comic books.
You old
Mainly
bitch.
because
Well-
I'm not a fucking nerd.
Yeah, we were too busy dodging bullets.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry if I called you a nerd.
Fucking. You called me a nerd?
Yeah, I called everyone a nerd, and I'm pretty much like
We're sitting on a couch
Alan
playing
Moore.
video games. What the fuck
I'm
are we?
watching
I
you
think it
play
was
video games, and I'm having a
Bob
great
Kane
time. I
and
think
Alan
I'm a
Moore.
bigger nerd than you are.
I love you too, man.
He's called the Dark Knight for a reason.
Who really created Batman?
The creator of Batman is John Smith. Yeah, that's right. The guy everybody wants to be.
Hey, he's the one that fucked Pocahontas, right?
Wow.
Yeah, wasn't she like 14?
God.
You
I
can't-
like how
you can't
Disney
back
just
up.
like I like how Disney just glosses over her age
Yeah.
and how horrible the fucking actual story of Pocahontas
Yeah,
is.
I don't know why pick Pocahontas
Why-
as
yeah.
a subject for a children's movie.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid is just as bad.
Yes. All of those stories are pretty fucked up. Jon Snow?
Winter's coming? Stab. Like how he instantly fell out of the sky because I stabbed him.
He fell out of the sky.
Comics are what kept me safe from bullies. Well, not really, but I can pretend. It's okay. I was so annoying that people just avoided me. So, even bullies. Bullies tried when I was in school. Bullies tried, but I was so like they would try to push me. I was into wrestling. They tried to push me, try to fuck with me, and I just
Fucking Stone Cold Stunner.
no. It was
Sweet chin music.
That would have been.
we do a lot of leg sweeps, or we try to get people on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Leg sweeps. What are you, fucking Sub-Zero? Get out of here with that.
Leg sweeps, or I'd like roll over the table.
Wow, that was an interesting interaction.
Yeah, no, I just became so annoying because I was just like doing a bunch of Power Ranger moves like right after class would be over. I'd be like, oh yeah.
It's like that. It's like that one kid in the
And
Vine.
kids are like, I
who's
don't want to
like,
fuck with that kid because he's so fucking annoying.
It's like that one kid from the Vine who's like, I've got the power of God and anime on my side. Rah!
I don't think I was ever that bad, but I definitely annoyed a lot of people.
See, why are these horses actually dead? I thought nothing died really.
Well, the horses are just asleep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
just
tired.
They're just tired.
Their rib cages are naturally out with
No,
like...
it's Halloween, man.
Jesus Christ.
It's Halloween.
well, we fought something that didn't even have skin or muscles. So like, why is the horse dead? The other thing didn't even have any. I mean, operating.
Body parts?
Yeah. I'm just gonna say right now, this game sucks.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Fairy tales were something.
This game is unrealistic.
Okay, listen, real talk. Real talk.
Real
I don't
talk.
know.
When Melee was
I'm not real talking right now.
No, I need you to real talk me on this because it's about Melee. When I would play Melee with Dane back in the day, he would get mad that I would shield because he said it's not like in a real fight you could just put up a magical shield like that and defend yourself. And like literally, it's Fox McCloud fighting Ganondorf. What the fuck about this is realistic that you're freaking out over a shield?
They're fighting Ganondorf while flying through interdimensional space.
Just because I know how to hit the
Faster
L
than
button
light.
Yeah.
and you don't know how to hit the L button doesn't mean you should find random bullshit justification for why I can't.
Well, that's because he's not good at
I mean, that's what happened when we were kids. Dane would be like, it's bullshit, you can't do it. And if I would do it, he would just punch me.
Fairy tales were something you told little children to make them realize that the world is a tough place.
Yeah, dude, the Grimm's tales.
Yes.
They're all.
Like, don't go
They're
into
all
the woods
fucked up.
because, like, Little Red Riding Hood was a tale of caution. Like, yeah, wolves would fucking kill you.
Pretty much.
They're like, yeah, it went a little far with it dressing up as grandma and trying to trick you, but literally just stay out of the fucking woods. We don't have enough.
See,
House.
and this is real nerdism because now I have Into the Woods stuck in my head.
Into the woods?
I don't know what that is.
It's a musical.
Alice in Wonderland is pretty messed up too. Yeah, because the author was just fucking high on opium all the
Yeah.
time. What was his name? Shit.
American McGee.
fuck.
No.
Through the Looking Glass. Through the Looking Glass. What the fuck was his name?
I'm drawing a complete
Yeah.
blank. Crash, don't cloud the issue with meaningful facts.
It's not C.S. Lewis, but it is like
He was the Christian one, right?
he was a
I thought that was C.S. Lewis.
Well, that's what he's saying.
Oh.
it's not who wrote.
That bitch just jumped in the fire and killed herself.
But
I feel it, honey.
It's C something, I think.
But yeah, that dude was high on opium all the time. Like everyone else in Britain that had a decent amount of money. Just chilling out smoking opium. It's even in the story.
Yeah.
The caterpillar's smoking opium.
This is what. So I was thinking C.S. Lewis. It's because the author's name is Lewis Carroll.
Lewis Carroll. Right.
Yeah.
I almost was like A.A. Milne, but that's Winnie the Pooh, so,
He was
you know.
he was vaping opium before it was cool. He was the original vapor.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
I don't know. That's true. That's what they say in the history books too.
Yeah, Lewis Carroll.
Come on, you
King of the vape.
fuck. Get over here.
He was like, I wish to construct a nation based on vaping. I'm going to call it Vape Nation. And kind of like, oh, shut up, Carol. Nobody
went-
fucking cares about what you have to say.
I went to the old fortune teller lady, and she told me of something called Doritos in my future.
They're like, that was a tree. You were just talking to a tree. Well, she had a lot to say.
It's a very interesting tree.
Yeah, the tree had an awful lot to say.
Tartan water is no form of government. I can't get that line out of my fucking head, dude.
Frankenstein was written at the same time.
What time is it? It's 10.
But Frankenstein was Mary
Almost 10.
Shelley.
9:45.
I gotta get to bed by like 11. Cause I get up early in the morning. Oh no!
Oh god!
He
Drop me!
just wants a
Drop me!
hug.
Oh no! No damage! Did I escape?
Yeah, you did. This is easily one of the best Souls games I think ever made because you can take damage from things and sometimes you just don't. That's a good review right there of what's a good a Souls game.
Right.
Like this game.
You should work for Kotaku.
Hey, some of their articles are all right. I mean, some of them.
They exposed sexist corruption at the fucking League of Legends company.
Then I'll have to be more specific and actually look up the fucking guy who keeps calling everything
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls clones. Not just like Souls likes. He calls them Dark Souls clones.
I think Jim Sterling would happily fight you in the ring. He is he is a wrestler.
Why does he say
Jim
Dark
Sterling's
Souls
a wrestler.
clones?
Oh,
He
Jim
calls
Sterling.
it Souls like all the time.
Souls like, alright. But a Dark Souls clone.
He'd probably, if he knew that you didn't like it, he would say it and then
Probably.
challenge you. or if he even cared.
This is relevant. There's a Jim because Jim Sterling just provided his opinions on both the Surge 2 and Code Vein because Souls like he had a video that came out recently where he talked about the politics of Dark Souls and I was like, what?
It's hilarious. Oh, it's bait, man. You gotta fucking take it sometimes.
I actually watched the whole video and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel compelled to all over the comments section. I don't
No,
know if that was
because
coming or shitting,
because-
but for some reason it's both.
Because
for
he
some
makes
people.
his point. He doesn't. He's like, here's a title that's gonna make people mad, and then he makes his point, and you're like, okay, I understand what you mean now. That's funny.
What about Dark Souls politicking?
I don't know.
Basically, supporting the Age of Fire is like upholding the status quo and letting the establishment win. And you need to realize and understand that everything that they're selling you from all of the NPCs are trying to tell you to continue the Age of Fire is all propaganda because it's all a fucking lie. How Guinevere is just a lie and an illusion, and it's all to uphold Gwyn's shitting Age of Fire. And he even made like a... Oh, God. I need to not talk.
So
Well,
it's
these
actually about like the politics in the world of Dark Souls.
And
politics
he related it to politics in the
real world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how he's like a representative of people who just want to maintain the same bullshit
Yeah.
cycle of bullshit, and by continuing it, you're just kind of like feeding the problem
Yeah.
with every cycle. That's a pretty fair hypothesis, I'd say. Oh, that was pretty damn good. But I ain't that
Yeah,
smart.
There's definitely themes in all of the From games of like the greed and darkness of men
Yeah.
consuming, like actually consuming the world, like this game.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, we have a miracle cure. Instead of, like developing it and respecting it, everyone just abuses it, and then the world gets as fucked up as it is.
Yeah, they're like, we have a miracle cure, and also now we have werewolves. Oops.
Yeah.
My bad, G.
And I think it definitely is based on industrialism.
Yeah. There are themes. So kind of like they were trying to say about WoW when it first came out. Yeah, I'd say so. To be honest, WoW has changed so much since it first came out. It's absolutely insane. It's changed so much, but not like in a way that's
Ew.
like.
What the hell is this thing?
it's changed a lot from the original, but not in like a way where it's like, holy shit, this is so fucking better. It hasn't been so much like that since I think Wrath of the Lich King. Because after that, they pretty much just kind of maintained the same system. They've changed some things, but not enough to make it like vastly new. But what do I know? I only fucking raided that shit for years and fucking filled all the bars up. It's a game that feels like a job. That's like what I describe WoW. Is like, if you want to be good at it, you just got to be like, yeah, I like working here in Azeroth. It's like my favorite location.
Can you even crit her?
Yes, I keep not getting her back. You got to get it on the first hit, and she's like up against barrels.
I feel they went wrong from the first expansion on. Yeah, I think they had their heart in the right place with the first expansion, but it was like,
oh, the second one's out.
I mean, it's like if they want to grow as a company, unfortunately they have to make it more appealing to a lot more people. Thus is the cycle.
You're dead. No! I'm surprised you stopped right there. As that blade, that sickle. These enemies look awesome.
Hey, what was the point in your life where you stopped being afraid of shit like this at night and have nightmares about other things?
I have never stopped having nightmares about natural disasters.
Were you ever in one?
No. Tornadoes just freak me the fuck out.
Oh. Sorry.
That's why, like, whenever there's inclement weather, I just hyper-focus on it. And the biggest issue with all this is that they have to die close to the same time, otherwise they revive each other.
Yes, they do, Ryder. They do overanalyze media, and at some point you have to kind of like decide when you just kind of want to go. That's good. That's cool, man. But yeah, stop playing games. Everyone I stopped playing boiled down to because exactly. Once it becomes a job and a chore, then I'm kind of like, all right.
That's why it's hard for me to, as much as I like everything about Elite except the gameplay loop, it's hard for me to play Elite for that reason.
I play Elite mainly so I can just catalog planets. Like, I fly to a system, I look for really cool, interesting worlds. If I find them, I land on them. If not, I just keep going.
Got them both. Fuck yeah.
The combat is just too, I'm just not good at it.
For me, it was probably around 15 or so when I was getting into high school, because I slept in the basement all the time, and I don't know.
Sleeping in the basement, when you're able to sleep in the basement, you're over a lot of shit.
All kinds of weird shit happens in Larry's house, so.
I remember when I was young, if there was like a closet that was open, if I stared into it long enough, I could start seeing movement. And then I knew I was going to have like a nightmare that night.
Interesting.
Travel new worlds, meet new aliens, kill them. Yep, that's probably exactly how humanity will fucking be if we travel in the stars.
Thankfully, we don't have that much power, right? Like, we don't have something that powerful to allow us to do that.
No, it would probably just be accidental. We like land down there and we just give them some like sort of like human AIDS or something.
And
AIDS
or whatever. I don't know, whatever fucking horrible disease, and then they just like slowly die off, and then we have an interstellar war because we land on him and he coughed.
This is like
wow.
We landed and we're like, and then just like half their population dies.
This fiction based in reality.
Wraith saying around 9-ish. His mom worked swings, so he was alone at night. Why, was there a point for you when you're like,
yeah,
over the spoopy Halloween crap?
Yeah, I'd say roughly around when I was like 14 or so, maybe 13. I was pretty much like, before that, I was just like, I would never go into the basement. I was always like afraid of like random shit. I was very skittish in my neighborhood, so if somebody was like fucking walking up on me, I'd be like, fuck this, and I'd run into a bush or something.
Yeah.
I was telling Michael that, like, when those people rode up in the car and they were like about to fucking shoot me or do a drive-by, I dove into like a 6-foot-tall bush and I fucking got the fuck out of there. And I've always just been that way. Like, we'd always joke in our neighborhood. There was like this thing where it was like, we'd be hanging out on the porch and a car would just start coming down the street and we're like, drive by, and we like jump into like a bush or something. It was like a game we'd play. And like, to us, the idea was funny that someone would drive by and see all these kids like fucking dive out of the way. And they're like, what the fuck are they doing?
I used to do shit like that.
Yeah, we thought that was funny, but then it was actually, it trained me to like get out of the way of an actual, like, someone was about to shoot me.
Mal was over shit when he was 4. He was collecting candy and giving it out to other kids when I was like 5.
Yeah.
Okay, time to fill up our city.
A what? Oh, with water?
The villagers. Or the Yarnamites, if you will.
Oh, you're going to bring him back. Okay.
Is Crow Lady still here? She's not. Oh, she is still here. Hi.
Try to keep your hands clean. Leave the hunting of hunters.
You don't have anything else for me, Hunter Lady.
Why doesn't she hunt you? I don't understand.
Because I'm not killing people who shouldn't be killed.
That's a loaded statement.
Is a loaded statement.
Well, I mean, not like Halloween stuff, but just like having horrible nightmares about like ghosts and shit.
Yeah.
When
grotesque.
When your fears became realistic instead of...
Yeah, when your fears became realistic instead of like...
Fantastical.
imaginary.
Yeah. No, as a little kid, I basically had like this massive fear of aliens. So
I
would-
had that kind of too, actually. Yeah, I remember staying the night over my buddy's house, and it was like his house was like right in front of a window, or sorry, the bed on his house. My
Big ass window.
By the way, you remember
Please
that
go
girl who was freaking out about her mom?
Yeah.
She's dead.
Oh, good. So there were when I was I'm kidding. No, I was staying there, and it was like right in front of a window where I was sleeping, and I just had these horrible nightmares of like aliens coming down because I had a view of the sky. Because they were like, you could see the airplanes, and because I was like half awake, half asleep kind of thing, it'd be like, shit, they're coming to get me.
See, but I could never watch X-Files or anything like for those very reasons.
Man, I missed X-Files. Like,
One of my first movies was Terminator 2, so like...
I wish I could have been cool about X-Files when it was playing, because like I go back and I'll like watch an episode of X-Files, I'm like, this shit's tight. Like, this is a good show. Like, it would freak me out. Like, it'd start here's the theme music and I'd be like,
Oh, yeah.
I can't watch this.
Well,
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Mothman. You know what? I watched it. There was like it was like the cops. It was like the cops X-Files crossover where they did the Mothman. So it was like super realistic. That shit. I watched that. I shouldn't have watched that.
Television, man.
I was gonna say first movie I saw I remember was
Nice.
Star Wars. Yeah.
I know that I had watched other movies as a kid, but for some reason I always think of Terminator 2 as my first movie.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's such a powerful movie.
I don't actually know what my real first movie is, but I'm going to assume it was Labyrinth. Because when that
Sounds about right.
when that came out, when it finally came to VHS, and I was a little kid, they played the fuck out of it, like on the VCR, because my cousins had and still have a crush on David Bowie.
Mal says he had more fear about pedophiles in his neighborhood. Grew up in an area where they're like, this 7-year-old guy was trying to make out with an 8-year-old.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
I think I had the same kind of thing with like people breaking into my house, because I still kind of have dreams of people like walking up to my bed and trying to grab me, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it's usually nobody. I'll like awake.
That's just me going through crisis of conscience.
What? You walking into my room and choking me?
Yeah, no, I'm just standing there. I'm thinking about it. I never do.
No, in my dream, somebody walks in and chokes shit on me, and I get up and I'm like, what the fuck? And then it's like nothing there.
I have an interesting UFO sighting. I saw what I thought was a satellite, but I stopped believing it when it stopped and moved at an acute angle in reverse. Made a Z motion, then disappear and reappear a mile or two away. Did this for nearly an hour. About 10 people witnessed it.
Huh.
It's crazy. I'm hoping I see the aurora. Not like the actual aurora, I mean like the jet that took over for the Blackbird.
Yeah.
Where people don't actually know the name of it, so they just call it aurora. And it's like a triangle shape, and it can go like Mach 7 or something insane. I don't know, that's what people say, so...
I used to... Mel says he used to go to your room, Michael, and choke you, but you never woke up.
You just came in your pants and then he left.
It was like, that's right around the time I stopped having wet dreams.
He said that's around the time that he stopped having wet dreams. So I watched Jurassic Park enough to see Jurassic Park 2 in theaters. I saw Jurassic Park 1 at the Dollar Show, and I was terrified.
Oh, wow.
I was so scared that I left. I don't know why. I don't know what it was. I think it was just... You know the Dollar Show, they didn't, like, sound check. They're like... Yeah, that's loud enough. Meanwhile, the speakers are blown out.
Yeah, they sounded horrible.
They were terrible.
It sounded like you were talking through a fart.
I mean, I usually do that, so what... I mean...
No, you talk out of your ass.
Your ass is like a different person at this point. It's like there's two people.
Really? What's my ass's name?
Crash's ass.
Yeah.
It hasn't properly introduced itself yet, but we hear it talk all the time.
You ever do that Ace Ventura thing where you bend over and grab your butt cheeks?
Then you try to do the butt talking thing, but instead you accidentally poop a little.
Nonsense! Poopy pants!
I've done it. Excellent. I've been there.
You're like, not... Oh, shit.
This is the lady that you rescue from
Just
the...
leave a little Hershey kiss on the ground.
Just leave it.
The town is in disarray.
Jurassic Park was the first real movie I saw in a theater.
Await the help. I cannot begin. The only thing that is my own luck, if it was... Yes, coming.
The first movies that I remember seeing in a movie theater were probably Men in Black and Waterboy.
Brave hunt their
I'm
own.
surprised
Yeah, I know, because I don't see movies.
that you've been in a theater.
Yeah, I was
Even
gonna
though we went to see a movie together. And what was it? Wait, what was that fucking movie?
We've seen a couple movies together.
No, we saw it with Caitlin, and it was with Nicolas Cage, something about a witch.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't even remember the movie because I was experiencing so much anxiety because she was giving me grief because you were chuckling.
Okay, wait. So here's the scenario. Hey, Kevin, we're going to see this movie. Do you want to come see with us? I'm like, sure, I'm not doing anything. I didn't know what movie it was. We get in there, it's a Nicolas Cage movie, so already I'm chuckling. Because, come on, who goes to a Nicolas Cage movie and is seriously sitting there like, this is art? I mean, the guy...
That's that Bees movie, right? Where he's like, oh, the bees.
Yeah, that's Wicker.
Yeah,
that's Wicker
the
Man.
Wicker Man, yeah.
So, it's a movie about a witch. Well, it's like takes place during some kind of medieval witch trials, and they captured this lady who's like, no, I'm not a witch, please don't kill me. But he's some kind of holy knight that's tasked with taking her to some ceremonial sacrificial grounds or something like that.
I'm so glad I forgot everything about this movie.
So like, all of this creepy stuff happens while they're trying to get there, right? So they're like attacked by wolves, probably attacked by bandits or something, and it's like a pretty perilous movie. So they get there, and like, it's sort of this horror movie debate between all of the knights who are like, some of them are like, no, fuck her, she's a witch, we're gonna burn her, but then some other ones are like, wait, but she's a real person. So the last scene of the movie, it turns out she is a witch. And not only does she get out of her cage, but she starts flying around and shit and shooting shit out of her hands, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Because like the whole movie is pretty serious.
Yeah.
It's not like a goofy Nick Cage movie. You watch it and you're like, wow, this is a drama. But then the last 15 minutes, they just throw that out the window and they're like, fuck it, we're going full action movie. Just like, he fights her with his sword, and I'm like, this is amazing. I was laughing the whole movie because I'm like, this is so bad.
And she was
so pissed because the whole movie, like, every scene that happened, I was just chuckling, like, man, this is so dumb. But she was probably sitting there like, wow, this is art, yeah. I'm really into this movie right now.
Wraith said, I can't ever recall having said that about a Nick Cage movie.
What was it?
Remember, one of her favorite movies is Underworld.
And, like, I like Underworld, but not because it's good.
That's yeah.
Top movie you wish you could unsee?
There is one Nick Cage movie that I will say is, like, a really good movie. It's that Martin Scorsese one where he's an ambulance driver. I think it's called, like, Bring Out Your Dead or something.
Moonstruck is pretty good. He's in Moonstruck.
It's pretty good. That's kind of like that was like one of his first movies, wasn't it? Anyways, okay, top movie you wish you could unsee. Contact, I hated that movie. That's a shame too, because, like, Contact isn't, I mean, the story is supposed to be fantastical,
Yeah.
sci-fi.
What did and didn't astrophysicist
It was written by Sagan and
Carl Sagan and
Druyan.
yeah, they wrote that movie.
Sagan and his wife. Yeah, well, they wrote the book, and
Yeah.
then
and
then
the
they
movie.
contacted them like, "Whoa, we're gonna make a movie out of it," and then they helped write the script for the movie too. But you know how that gets fucked up.
Yeah.
Top movies I wish I could unsee.
I don't know if there's any particular
well-
movie that I hated that much. And just so we're clear, I've seen the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern.
Wow. You know, I think more of you now.
No,
Having withstanded
no, I watched it.
the
I
treachery
can't
of
remember.
Green Lantern.
I watched it and I can't for the life of me remember anything happening in that movie. It's one thing I wish, like, the thing is, it's not hard for me to unsee a movie other than I wish I could get my time back for it. Like we watched X-Files movie. I want to believe or whatever.
It was the last feature film for X-Files.
It was so bad.
And look at all the other shitty straight-to-TV X-File movies. They're awesome.
Yes.
They're so stupid and action-packed, and there's an alien. Oh, fucking get him. Oh, he's getting away. Oh, God, he's taking over my body. Oh, and I'm like, I want that X-Files movie that we were going to see. I wanted it to be like that, so I could just laugh and have fun the whole time. It was some... Oh, what was it about? There was nothing paranormal about it. I think it was about a guy who was some kind of sex offender who nobody believed that he was innocent, and it was 2 hours long.
I've seen.
And that's it.
I've seen Con Air. I like Con Air.
Oh God, Con Air is awesome.
He's got the whole world in his hands.
Have you heard of S. Darko?
Have you heard of
No,
S. Darko?
no, listen. I don't need, and I will never watch S. Darko. I watched and enjoyed Donnie Darko. I've seen the reviews and seen the premise of S. Darko. Sounds terrible.
If we're talking about films we could unsee, I wish I could unsee S. Darko.
S. Darko.
I'm sorry that you watched it. That's one of those ones that I read up on, and I was like, really, a sequel to Donnie Darko? I don't trust this. That movie ended in a very particular way that you don't go back on.
No, it's
Titanic.
Well, it's a sequel that follows his sister, and they're like, she's on a road trip, and the car breaks down in the middle of shit America.
Is it Maggie Gyllenhaal?
No, it's his younger sister.
The little one who had to deal with Patrick Swayze, the pedophile.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No, God.
It was bad.
I thought it was terrible.
Michael wishes he could unsee S. Darko, the sequel to Donnie Darko.
And it's like, I felt bad because the girl I was dating at the time really liked Donnie Darko, and I liked Donnie Darko, and it was like, oh, it's a sequel. So we
Oh my
watched
God.
it, and we just both felt ill the entire time and a half.
I watched Donnie Darko and I just didn't care.
Yeah, that's fine.
I watched it. I was like, nah.
Raising Arizona was a good Nick Cage movie. The Cosby Show. So, the reboot. I have not seen it, but it makes me cry that they took it out and blasted it.
Reboot got a reboot?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any movie that I've seen where I was just like, that is the worst experience of my life and I wish I could take it back.
Me and Mike legit, like, we had 5 minutes left of that X-Files movie, and we walked
left.
out.
Yeah, it was horrible. Like,
So you guys walked out of that movie, but we sat through all of Live Free or Die Hard?
Live Free or Die Hard is fucking cool.
What's the one we watched?
No, we watched...
No, you're thinking of the...
A Good Day to Die Hard.
A Good Day to Die Hard.
Good
I can't
Day-
keep them straight.
Live Free or Die Hard is awesome.
Yeah, Live Free... Low. It's good. I'm not going to say it's awesome.
I mean...
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Why did you watch the Twilight movies? Why?
I watched them.
Dude, you watch fucking Rent.
I actually
I'm
watched...
a theater nerd.
So, there you go.
That's
He could be a vampire nerd.
Yeah.
that's not
and
vampire
a,
movies.
And a Lycan nerd. Yeah, they are, technically.
No, they're just bad movies.
Well, Rent is just
Somebody
bad.
is wishing me luck against Amelia. I didn't even notice anybody commenting on YouTube, and I'm sorry I didn't notice you earlier. Thank you. Now I have to read all these comments. Johnny Narvis.
If you're confused and you're watching on YouTube, sorry, I'm primarily looking at the Twitch chat. We are streaming to multiple platforms. You know what I was thinking? Maybe we should have like a bar on the side of our stream that has the chats. I don't know how we can make all that fit.
I did that originally.
It didn't work out.
Well, no. Somebody made a good point. It was like, what's the point of seeing all this?
At this point, it would be so other platforms can see each other, but that's only if
Jesus
other
Christ, I
people
love you,
care.
Mandalore. What a name.
And yeah, the riff tracks of Twilight was hilarious. The part where he's like, "Get on my back." I think it's somewhere in the first Twilight movie. I have seen the riff tracks.
Yeah. That's
He's
where.
like,
That's
he's
how
like,
I
"Get
watched.
on my back," and he's running through the woods like super fast, and he's playing like
Yeah.
yakety sax or something.
I that's how I watched the Twilight movie. Actually, was with a riff track. Yeah.
Wait, nobody. I just want to point out that I am destroying this boss.
The stream can't really see it.
Unfortunately.
You're honestly doing really well.
She's dead.
That was good. Honestly, that was 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I was just talking about that one scene in Rift Tracks, and you beat the boss. Congratulations. What's up, Biddy? How you doing, man?
I've come to bid you farewell.
Oh, I know. You think now to betray me.
No, but you will never listen.
I love how cryptic this is.
We are born of the blood. Made men by the blood.
Undone
Undone
by the blood.
Our eyes are yet to open.
Fear the old blood.
Oh no, I mean I might be slightly overleveled, but I also know exactly what to do against Amelia. You just gotta attack her face with fire. She's super weak against fire and weak in the face.
Usually when you burn people's faces, they give up.
Usually.
But she's also really susceptible to fire.
I'd give up pretty quickly if somebody burned my face, I think.
Spoiler alert, Lawrence doesn't make it. Lawrence gets fucked!
Whose head is that? That's huge.
Lawrence. It's Lawrence's head. Because he gets transformed in one of those... Like, he basically turns into what Vicar Amelia turned into. And you get to see it in the DLC. Look at all these people that are playing right now!
Nice.
They're trying to. They're trying really hard to beat her, but they can't.
I got my fucking paycheck. Here is me voice acting. Hire me from. I'll voice act.
They're not
for you.
making video games anymore. They're done. They made Sekiro, and they're like, that's it.
That's not what happened.
That's it.
They're gonna make the new Dark Souls mech game.
Oh,
Armored
right.
Core, right?
Armored
Did
Core.
you just...
Yeah.
like with the guy. Like, yeah, I did. Yeah, call me out on it,
Yeah,
bitch.
fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do it. We should actually play the first Armored Core on PlayStation, and just like round robin, see if we
I-
can beat it.
I would be
I'm
willing
sorry.
to hot seat that.
yeah.
I'd be willing to hot seat that.
I'm sorry, Jesus Christ, I love Mandalore. This is not my second playthrough. This is not my third playthrough. This is probably my 11th. I have played this game a lot.
Yeah. That's why we picked him for this.
If I had my PlayStation, I'd invade you with my twink. Oh, thanks.
You're the right man for the job.
I've got the right
You got
moves.
the right moves.
My dad, the devil.
I think it's a good place to stop.
Yeah.
Because as I said, I have to be in bed by 11 if I want to get up early enough.
And now we can access the DLC, which I know you've never seen, which will be the most exciting thing that we do with Solomon Doone. So now I just have to ask, next Monday, what are we doing? Are we doing those levels that we talked about in Sonic Unleashed, or are we doing more than this?
Let's hop back to Sanic.
We could do Sanic.
Okay, so
Ham a Sanic.
next Monday will be more Sonic Unleashed, and we're gonna play through 2 other speed levels that I really like. The one of the night levels that I really like, and then we're gonna play through the comically hilariously long last stage before doing the final boss. So it'll be 2 weeks from now before we continue the journey of Solomon Doone.
Vampire Hunter.
Oh,
Solomon Doone is a vampire hunter. And then Wednesday or Thursday, Kevin, did you want to pick Metal Gear back up?
Possibly.
Okay.
Because
I got us back to where we need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to the last one? Did you say
We couldn't reload it, remember?
Well, yeah,
Is it-
but we got further.
We did, but you saved over the part where you fell off the bridge.
Oh, that's right.
I got us back.
I was
to
just
where-
gonna. Okay, you ran back.
Yeah,
Okay.
save you the trouble. So did you want to do Wednesday
Okay.
or Thursday?
We'll just see which night is better because I'm not sure right now.
you're getting love. He says, "I love you, Mr. Editor," almost as much as Mandalore.
Oh, well, thank you, dude. I don't sound as cool as Mandalore, but I appreciate it.
Who?
He's a YouTube guy.
Okay.
He's a guy. He's got like armor
know, man.
on his face, and he talks about video games.
Nice.
He's an armored face guy.
Armored face guy.
But I almost want to
Yeah.
just keep calling our
got
YouTube
face
friend
on.
Jesus here because I want to shorten the name Jesus Christ. I love you, Mandalore.
And Tex. What is Tex doing? I think Tex is just like playing. He's probably playing Wildlands. He's been getting into what's that game? Tom Clancy's Wildlands.
Which one is more fun for y'all? Honestly,
Both.
I like just hanging out.
We find goofy things to talk about over Bloodborne. And
yeah.
Sonic Unleashed right now is kind of...
We don't play this. Our stream is not like a pro gamer stream. Obviously, we don't have like any. We literally like, oh, let's play.
Our stream is not a pro... I just beat Vicar Amelia in 30 seconds, dude.
I said,
Take that up with MLG. What
Yeah.
were you saying?
yeah.
Contact C9. See if they'll let you on their Bloodborne.
Can I hang out with Manga?
Yeah, we don't we don't have like any sort of like fucking pro gamer shit. We like play Shivers and we just load up games so we can hang out with our friends. And the idea behind our stream is just to like have a group of friends to hang out and be consistent.
I've been lucky enough that Mike has basically gifted me Monday nights for whatever I think. Because Monday nights were our Dark Souls nights. And then I'm like, who plays Sonic?
Yeah. Well, and it was more fun to have you guys play Sonic. Sorry, it is fun to have you guys play Sonic. But when it came to Dark Souls, like me and Michael were like, "Fuck, this is so hard. I can't do this." And then you guys come in and save the day.
Yeah. Crash is the best Dark Souls player.
We're not... I'm
In the
so
world.
glad, Emily... Damn it, Kevin.
Emily, what?
Remember the last time you guys tried saying this over stream and Emily was watching
Yeah.
and she was like,
She agreed.
No, she didn't.
Yes, you did.
She defended you.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think that
if
happened.
it
I don't have a response. I don't think that happened.
we'll be continuing. I believe we should be continuing the World of Darkness stuff on Friday. I'll have a new character, and then I think we have maybe 2 more sessions of that left, and that'll be over. And then I don't know. I might have you guys playtest D&D thing I'm setting up, if you guys would be willing to just playtest it.
We can bring back Sword Fighter.
Yes, please.
You get caught up in the...
Hold on, I got that sound effect right here. Sword Fighter.
Speaking of, after this, we have to decide if we're going to code peen or beat children in Smash.
Whoa. Whoa.
Tell me that's not what I just say it now.
Now we're definitely flagged by Twitch and YouTube.
What up, Bezos? More like Bozos. Is that right? Pay your taxes,
Jeff
bitch.
He
Bezos
fucking
is good.
dives over the TV and starts
Fucking chokes us out. I'm just like, he's like, go to sleep, go to sleep.
He just goes.
Any idea when the next Knights of the Republic stream is?
I believe either Friday or whenever Nick is free. Whenever Nick is free. Nick is a very busy man. He runs a photo club. He works as a math tutor. He's building rocket ships.
Does stuff with
That's
trains.
With trains. He's building train rocket ships.
Which he showed me the turbo on a train. Like a car turbo. Imagine a car turbo, except it's like as big as your body. Anyways.
That's a lot of turbo.
Yeah. Anyway, and I'll try to figure out what's happening with the network here, because we normally don't have it being this shitty, but it's been getting pretty bad. So
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
Even though our stream visual quality is bad.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get.
It's always fun hanging out with you guys in chat.
Yeah,
And
most
you
of.
guys on the couch.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, guys, have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Take care.